You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Welcome to Rom Wills About That Business. Impulse control and money. Now, I talked in my previous podcast on here, I talked about people getting a lot of money and being broke. The real issue there is the impulse control. See, the thing is, when we get money, the whole society is geared to get you to spend it and to take advantage of poor impulse control. Like when you're in this supermarket checkout line, you notice they got all the dumb magazines right up front, or some food, some little stacks or something. And you're already like subconsciously in the active about to spend money. And you're like, oh, let me throw that in. And that's why they like put it there. They hoping that you have, they are hoping that you have poor impulse control at that point to get you to spend money. And in fact, that's a lot of that. We in a society based off consumption. That's how they mark whether or not there's a recession, like how are consumers doing. And they take it serious. Like when I was working at this retail place, major department store, we had someone came in from a government agency, was asking about the prices. I had to spend a little bit of time with her to show her the prices and everything. Because they, I forgot what they said it was, but they use it as a means to understand the impulse as a means to measure how much money, that is a measurement. Like how much this is costing, the cost of living. Yeah, cost of living estimates. So they were checking out the prices of pants and shirts, everything. And that was with a government official. So, that's a very important thing. So to keep the economy humming, they need y'all to spend. The economy should be based on saving money, but it ain't. It's based on how much you spend. And people spend because, of poor impulse control, like food. Like a lot of times people get food they don't need because the impulse see it right there. In fact, that's a big thing about merchandising, whether it's clothing, whether it's food. You want to put it where somebody can see it, make it look good. Your stomach start watering. It's like, oh man, let me get that. But then if you're doing that too much, or you spending, you just got to get that 40-inch TV because it's on sale. Or that 50-inch TV is normally $700. They brought it down to $400. You're like, oh wow. And that's part of the reason for sales anyway, because if they sell it if it's $700 full price, $400 in a sale, they only probably got it for $25. I'm just being real with y'all. They probably got it for $25. So they don't lose money with sales. The sales are just to entice you. Now, how many people have bought like some clothing or something just because it's on sale? And then you look up, it's like, damn, I don't really need this. But that's the whole thing. Because if people stopped, I guarantee the economy would crash probably overnight if people limited their spending to what they absolutely needed. Like how many people, and I'm guilty of this one, like, because I have a bad habit, I'll buy like shoes just for one event. I got shoes in my closet I've worn maybe one time. So they count, but then you magnify that by millions of people doing the same damn thing, boom. But then what if I say, let me just get some shoes that's versatile for most things. Boom. All of a sudden, things ain't moving. And this is important to understand because if you're trying to build wealth, you're going to have to at least build a savings. You can't build wealth spending. Let me say that again. You can't build wealth spending. The only way you can build wealth is investing. And like I said, at the lowest level is a savings account. But then you might want to invest in real estate or something like that. Invest in a business, invest in a book that you've written or some type of thing to get royalties. But even to get to that point, you got to be disciplined. If your impulse, you trying to save up money to put a down payment on a parking lot, like you want to, or a laundromat or something like that. You can't really do that if you spending money like, you spending too much money at restaurants, or, you just got to get that Mercedes. And then you got to be disciplined with the money. See, once you discipline with the money, then you can direct it to anything that you need to direct it to. So impulse control, that's a key thing to have when you're dealing with money. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Let's go make that money.